Hey everybody, welcome to the Hockey Skate Down. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join a hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much. Let's get started. When and where will Mike Hoffman sign with? As the NHL season's still in flux, we don't know what's going to happen with it. You're hearing rumors of it possibly starting January 1st, maybe starting sometime in February. I don't know what they're doing as far as the game schedule. They're looking to get at least 48 games. I've heard rumors of a 60-game schedule, and now you're hearing it could be possibly an 82-game schedule starting January 1st. So as the timing gets closer where players are going to be told to when to come back into for camps and stuff earlier, sometime around mid-December, we're going to have to hear some of these players start to get signed. And one big free agent out there still is Mike Hoffman. Now you're starting to hear a couple of teams that are being linked to him, three in particular. But in this list, I list five of them. And the top three could be definite suitors, where the other two teams at the bottom could definitely sneak in based on what they have available to offer him. So I want to get into it first. But, Mike Hoffman is 30 years old, currently finished his contract at $5.187 million. So I don't know what he's looking for. You're hearing rumors of a possible 1-year deal. I haven't heard a dollar amount, so it could be anywhere from, with players getting less now, could it be a $5 million deal? Could it be 5.5? Could it be 6? I don't see anything more than that, but with teams that have cap space, they can throw that at him. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he gets, as it's not going to be a term thing that's going to be an issue. Maybe he might sign a 1-year deal with someone, a 2-year deal, I don't know, but he's definitely not getting a long-term deal this year. So this past year he played in 69 games, 29 goals, 30 assists, 59 points. In 18-19, he played a full year at 82 games, 36 goals, 34 assists, 70 points, which is a really good year. And in 17-18, he played in 82 games, 22 goals, 34 assists, 56 points. So he's definitely a 20-plus goal scorer. He can really push the barrier and get to a 30 or so goal year. And, this guy's good 5-on-5, as he had 18 even strength goals last year, which is really good. That he's not just a power play performer. He definitely could add 5-on-5 as well. This guy's got a cannon of a shot. He can score. He can snipe. This guy's a great player to have. Sure, we heard about all of the controversy that happened in Ottawa. That's definitely one concern that's maybe holding a lot of teams back, but you haven't really heard about it this past couple of years in Florida. But it's definitely something to consider, as some teams may be looking to acquire him. But, Columbus is definitely number one on the list. They've been talking a while about trying to add a free agent this offseason, a big name to help out. We saw what they can do with their team that went pretty far last year and looked very well in the playoffs. So, they're definitely a team that wants to add a couple more pieces to try to get there, as I think their time is now, where they have a lot of good defensemen, a lot of good forwards, and two really solid netminders, where if they could add a good couple of pieces, they could be a team that contend. They per Elliot Friedman, he said that they remain very interested in both Hoffman and Granlund. They have $9.2 million in cap space available. Their main priority is still to sign Dubois, but they are also closing in on Hoffman. That was a report from, sometime in November. So could they have a deal in place? I don't know, but his name is still out there. Nashville Predators, they're number 2. They lost Smith going to Boston this offseason, and Granlund's a name that's out there that I don't think is going to re-sign with Nashville, as he wanted to test free agency and still is unsigned by anybody. And they have $12.9 million available in cap space, so they have a lot of money left that they can throw around to see if they could sign Hoffman. Losing two pieces like Smith and Granlund, you're going to need some offensive help, so they could look to add Hoffman. Number 3, I have the Boston Bruins. Now, the Boston Bruins situation is a little bit more dicey. They just recently re-signed debrusk today, and they have $2.9 million available in cap space. They still have growing questions with Chara. What are they going to do with him? But, with pastranak still injured and Brad Marchand still injured, they're going to need some scoring help. So, I don't know what they can do to try to add him. I don't know what putting those two players on LTIR can do. Maybe they can make a move during the offseason if they sign Hoffman. But if they can add Hoffman, that'd be a good piece for this team. They were one piece away to try to get him. They wanted to add another top 6 forward last year. They fell short. If they can do it this year and then have those players come in when they're healthy, Boston could be a scary team again this year. So definitely keep an eye out for Boston. Definitely try to make a, if they want to make a move now to free up some cap space to sign him, they could do that. They could sign him possibly and make a move later when the season starts or early in the season. So definitely keep an eye out on Boston, as I think they're going to be one of those teams that sneak in and try to land him. the Devils. Now, the Devils, I say, you know, I know they're not contenders. I know a lot of Devil fans are going to say, well, we're not there yet. We don't need them. I understand that. But we have a lot of players that may not make this roster because they're not there yet in their development. So we might have an open spot at wing, especially on Hughes' wing. I don't know where Johansson's going to play. Janssen, is he going to play on the first line left wing with Hischier and Palmieri? Is he going to play on the left side with Hughes and then kind of have that vacant spot on the right side? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I still think we need a scoring winger that can play with Hughes and develop his game a bit more. And the thing with Hoffman that's very interesting is that he could possibly take a 1-year deal where you can have him help out. If Fitzgerald keeps preaching that he wants to have his team be competitive, you're going to need a goal scorer to help out. So it's a possibility that's out there if the Devils have been linked to him. I've been hearing his name with the Devils for a while now. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see. You know, Devils have $17.1 million available in cap space. They have the room to do it, you know, but they still have to sign Bratt and Blackwood to their deals. They have to see what their situation lies with Kyle Palmieri, with his contract being having 1 year left. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. But they have the money to do it, but we're going to have to wait and see if they want to do it. You know, they can just write out the year on what they did, or they could sign him and be a little more competitive than they can this year with adding a little more goal help. So we'll have to wait and see. And I say the Detroit Red Wings as 5. You know, I don't think the Red Wings need him, but they still have the cap space to do it. They have $9.5 million in cap space. You know, they could possibly move out Helm and his $3.85 million and possibly open up a roster spot that way. They've been talking about trying to make moves. Stevie Y came out and said that he would consider adding another player to the Red Wings roster as the season gets closer. There's lots of free agents still available, but he also said he can look through trade. Now with the Devils and the Red Wings situation, they're not going to be a team that's possibly going to be competing for a playoff spot. I know they might be more competitive where they can be. They're going to be a team that pushes to try, but you know, there'll probably be 2 teams that are going to try to make a trade with a team who has salary cap issues that they could take, add an asset and a bad contract to. That's where I think Detroit and New Jersey are right now, where I think they could possibly try to squeeze a player off a team that has a high salary cap situation. So I think that's where they're going to make their moves more often through a trade rather than a free agent signing. So that's why I say Columbus, Nashville, and Boston are going to be the 3 most probable spots for Mike Hoffman. And he could look really good in any of those situations for those teams. So comment below. Where do you think Mike Hoffman will land? Do you think he's going to be one of those 3 teams selected up top? Do you think New Jersey and Detroit will try to make a signing for him to be a little bit more competitive this year, add a couple of more goals to help their situations out? Comment below and let me know. And as always, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Smash that like button. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the Hockey Skate Down. Join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the night. Have a great day tomorrow. Take it easy.